Hello, I'm Brad Smith, the president of Microsoft, and I'm delighted to be with you today. I want to thank the Swiss Confederation for hosting this event, and I want to take a few moments to address the important issues you're working to advance as part of the UN World Data Forum. It doesn't matter what the problem is in the world, the truth is data can play an indispensable role in helping us to solve it. And if there are any doubters in the world, all we need to do, I think, is consider our experience the past 2 years with COVID-19. Just think, throughout our lives, we'd get up in the morning and there was an important data point we would all want to know about. It was called the weather forecast. What would the temperature be? Would it rain or snow, or would it be sunny? Well, the last year, we've also been asking about something else. What's the COVID rate? What's happening with hospitalizations? How are we doing with vaccinations? And what we've found is that it became impossible to advance the world's work to address a pandemic unless we could create a foundation in each and every country around the world to harness the power of data. That's what the World Health Organization did. That's what we at Microsoft helped the WHO do. And that is what we're all going to need to do even more as we address climate and every other issue that's important. So how do we do that? Well, I would point to three things, three among many, but three that I think are particularly important. First, we have to ensure and protect trust in data. If people are going to be comfortable looking to these sources of data, if they're going to be comfortable providing data, we have to ensure trust in data in the first place. What does that mean? Well, I think fundamentally it means protecting security and privacy, that we protect data sets against cybersecurity attacks, and we put in place the right kinds of principles and safeguards so that people's data can be aggregated, but not in ways that disclose their identity or their personal information. And we're developing new technological approaches with anonymized data and other approaches to manage this. But we have more work to do. But trust in data, I think in some ways, needs to be cause number one. And then we need to focus on what I think of as cause number two. How do we advance open data? And in the world today, I think that often means giving organizations the ability to federate data sets so that small organizations can work on an even playing field together with the largest organizations, often tech companies around the world. You look across Europe, you see something like Gaia X, you see other initiatives in other parts of the world, you see the work of the major humanitarian organizations and the UN agencies, you look at the development banks, and everywhere you look, you see open data initiatives advancing. We need to lean in, we need to support these efforts, we need to come together as a tech sector to help support it as well. And we need to refine the methodologies that the world will rely upon to encourage more open data sets and their use. We need to encourage the public sector around the world to take public data and make it more readily available. And we need to bring all of this together in a way that will increasingly, I think and hope, make open data a norm and a practice that we come to expect. And then there's the third and final cause I want to address. This is not about data necessarily, it's about people. It turns out that the fundamental challenge for advancing the use of data is really the fundamental challenge that we see in every area of science and technology. We need to help more people acquire the skills needed to make a contribution and to find important jobs in this field. Everywhere we look, we see actually a shortage of skilled labor. We need to expand opportunities for more people to acquire these skills. We need to work with institutions at all levels in a variety of public and private sector fields. We need to make this a global cause to spread the skills that people will need to advance the other two causes I mentioned. All of these, I believe, are causes that you all can advance this week and every week as we look to the future. If we can protect trust in data, if we can open it up and make open data the new normal, if we can spread the skills that people will need, we will do something that will not only be important to people who come together for an event like this to talk about data, we will make a difference for every single challenge the world needs to surmount. So thank you for what you're doing. I hope that we at Microsoft can play the kind of role that will help all of you advance this even more. Thank you.